What's up, everyone? So today I'm going to talk about this rumor about Jay-Z potentially, and I want to make this very clear. This is a rumor. This is a rumor. Jay-Z might be coming out with an album this year, and this excites me because if you didn't know, Jay-Z is one of my top 5 favorite rappers of all time. My top 5 favorite rappers of all time are Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is my favorite rapper of all time. Jay-Z, Drake, Lil Wayne, Eminem. Those are my top 5 rappers of all time. And you guys know I like all music. And those 5 individuals inspired are some of the individuals that inspired me to do music by listening to their music and listening to their art and stuff like that. So I have a lot of respect for Jay-Z. I look up to Jay-Z as a rapper, as somebody that's very good at his business as well. I look up to him in that way as well. And for me, if he were to come out with an album, bro, if he were to come out with an album this year to mark 30 years in the industry for Jay-Z, because if you guys didn't know, this year is the 30th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt and the 20th anniversary of the first Blueprint album. So if Jay-Z were to come out with an album this year to show that he's still got it, it would be incredible. Now, we are going to talk about the freestyle that he did yesterday a little bit later in this video. But for me, I'm very excited for this possibility. Now, so why do I think Jay-Z's coming out with an album this year, or potentially coming out with an album this year? Because Jay-Z, again, it's the 30th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt, the 20th anniversary of the first Blueprint, and he's been more outside lately. And what I mean by outside, he's done multiple interviews this year. He's going to do multiple performances this year to celebrate the anniversary of two of his biggest albums, right? And when do I think this album could potentially come out, if it's coming out? I think the week of July 10th. Now, why do I say that? Or the week of my birthday, because July 8th is my birthday. So why do I say the week of July 10th? Well, Jay-Z has 3 upcoming shows at Yankee Stadium, I think. And it's either at Yankee Stadium or Madison Square Garden. I forget the venue, somewhere in New York, right? And he has 3 shows. One of the shows is to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Reasonable Doubt album. The second show is to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the Blueprint. And then the third show, we don't know what that is yet. But we know he has 3 shows coming up in July, right? So July 10th, 11th, and 12th, right? July 10th is a Friday. I think if we're getting new music from Jay-Z, it's either going to be announced at the weekend of July 10th or the weekend of July 12th, or we're going to get it on July 10th because to celebrate 30 years of being in the rap game and being a juggernaut in the rap game and being one of the best MCs of all time, in my opinion. Now, this freestyle that he did yesterday. So yesterday was his first performance of the year, and it was for Questlove's event that Questlove and The Roots put on every year. It's called The Roots Picnic, and Jay-Z was one of the headlining performers yesterday, and he did a freestyle. So if Drake has his timestamp records and Kendrick has um and 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 Kendrick has the Heart series of records. Jay-Z has these freestyles. So like it's these freestyles that Jay-Z does are like his perspective on how the game is, and him giving wisdom through his verses and stuff like that, and him being competitive. Now this freestyle, he takes shots at multiple people. Drake he takes shots at, Kanye he takes shots at, um Nicki Minaj he takes shots at, Dame Dash he takes shots at, um and yeah, those are the main four. And Jay-Z still got it, bro. He's still got it. Like, this freestyle has like triple entendres and flow switches, and he keeps the rhyme schemes. Like, Jay-Z is a lyrical monster, bro. If like I wouldn't battle like I wouldn't recommend any rapper battles Jay-Z, right? Because that's how vicious Jay-Z's pen is. Now, why did he take shots at Drake? Why did he take shots at Nicki Minaj? We're gonna stick to rappers that Jay took shots at in this freestyle. Well, if you guys have heard Iceman, the best Drake album in years, in my opinion, right? My favorite type of Drake is rap Drake. Like Drake when he's being competitive. Drake when he's rapping his ass off. And Iceman is that. Iceman is the best Drake album in 10 years, right? In 10 years. I would say it's his best album since Scorpion, in my personal opinion, right? And Drake, along with taking multiple shots at Kendrick on Iceman, also took multiple shots at Jay-Z, and Iceman was Drake's kind of like revenge, or his revenge album, right? Where he's taking shots at a bunch of people, right? And he took a bunch of shots at Jay-Z on Iceman. And Jay-Z is a rapper's rapper. You guys know this. If you've watched Jay-Z throughout his career, Jay-Z's not scared to rap battle anybody, right? Like this dude rap battled Nas, and even though he took the L with Nas, right? He competed with Nas, and Jay-Z's my favorite rapper from New York. I love Nas, but Jay-Z's my favorite rapper from New York, right? And he battled Nas. He started off doing freestyle battles. Like Jay-Z is a battle rapper first, right? Like, and Drake's a very smart man. He's made dumb decisions like bringing people's family up in rap battles, right? And suing Kendrick Lamar for Not Like Us, and suing UMG for Not Like Us, right? I say those are his two dumbest decisions that he's made in his career. But Drake is a smart man, right? Drake is a very smart man. Drake knows that, hey, whoever I diss on Iceman has the potential to respond to me, right? To lyrically respond to me. And that's what Jay-Z did in this freestyle. Now, am I saying that this freestyle is the start of Jay-Z versus Drake rap battle? No, I am not. Right? Am I saying that Jay-Z is coming out with an album this year because of because of the 30th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt and the 25th anniversary of Blueprint? I believe he's coming out with an album this year, but I don't know that for sure, right? And I think if he was gonna come out with an album, this would be the best year to do it, right? Am I saying that Jay-Z is still as competitive as he's always been? Yes, I am. In this freestyle, again, he takes shots at Kanye, he takes shots at Drake, and he takes shots at Nicki Minaj. Because all of those people have done like taking shots at Jay-Z. So Jay-Z's responding in kind. Like he's taking shots at Drake, Nicki, and Kanye, right? And I like to hear this in I like my favorite part of rapping, and my favorite part of rapping is the competitive edge, right? The competitive. When you rap, I can only speak for myself, but when I rap, when I'm rapping, when I'm doing a freestyle for you guys, or when I'm rapping, right? I think I'm the best rapper alive. Any rapper should do that. Like rapping to me is a competitive sport. You support each other and you support other rappers, but it's also a competitive sport. Like for me, my favorite part of rap is lyrics and punchlines and rhyme schemes and triple entendres and stuff like that. And this freestyle that Jay-Z did was full of those styles, right? Those things that I like, right? And it was an acapella freestyle too, guys. It wasn't a freestyle to no beat. It was an acapella freestyle, and he went for like I forget how long the freestyle was, but I think it was 3 minutes, and it was gold, right. So obviously we know that Jay-Z's still hungry. Obviously we know that Jay-Z's still got it. I would say he's still in top form, right? And for me, if Jay-Z were to drop an album this year and give us an album and be competitive like he always is, I already think this is the best year of music since I've been a YouTuber, right? We've gotten a Bruno Mars album, we've gotten an Ariana album, we've gotten Drake's best album since Scorpion, in my opinion, with Iceman. We're getting an Ariana album coming in July. We got a Bruno album. What else are we getting? We got a J. Cole album. Like I think this is the best year of music since I became a YouTuber, and this on July 11th will be my anniversary of being a YouTuber for 5 years, right? So for me, if Jay-Z were to drop an album, I would be very, very, very excited. If there was a battle with Drake, because they've been taking subliminal shots at each other for years, bro. Years. Now, before you are like, no, but they've done records together. Like, Drake and Jay-Z did a record this decade called Love 'Em All. And that record was produced by Leon Thomas. Shout out to Leon Thomas. Right? And I would tell you, yes, they have. But they've also taken, like, little shots at each other throughout both of their careers. And I think Drake knew that if he was gonna take a shot at Jay-Z, Jay-Z could respond to him, right? I think Drake would be more prepared for the potential Jay-Z versus Drake rap battle than he was for Kendrick, right? Now. If this were to happen, you would have 3 of my favorite rappers, Kendrick, Drake, and Jay-Z, in rap battles this decade. And I would love that, man. I would love that. The only thing that I wouldn't want is for the rap battles to be taken too far and too out of context. I loved covering the Drake versus Kendrick battle. That was one of my favorite times as a YouTuber. That's one of my favorite times as a YouTuber. I ended up going to the best concert of my life because of that rap battle. Right? The Grand National Tour. Right? GNX. I don't think GNX is Kendrick's best album, but it is my favorite Kendrick album. So, right? So, like, and again, Kendrick's my favorite rapper of all time. But the thing that I do like about the battle, my favorite thing about the battle that Kendrick and Drake had, was that they both were rapping their ass off, right? Push Ups is a great record from Drake. Family Matters is a great record from Drake. Heart Part 6, he kind of fumbled the bag, right? It's just Kendrick had better strategy and better records than Drake did, right? But I also think that the battle was taken way too far because they both brought up each other's families in the battle, right? That's something I wouldn't want to see. I wouldn't want to see families being brought up in the potential Jay-Z versus Drake rap battle. I wouldn't want to see that. One, because you can't go back from that. Like, when I was a kid, one of the ways that I would vent out my frustration is I would turn on a beat and just rap, right? And I would do diss raps, but it was for my venting, right? But I had a rule, like I could take shots at anybody that I have an issue with, but I wouldn't take shots about people who like them, about people that they're related to. I would only take shots at them, right? And that was my way of venting out my frustration when I was a lot younger, right? And for me, I think if you have an issue with somebody, and you're a rapper and they're a rapper, you have your right to challenge them to a rap battle and see what happens. But for me, if Drake and Jay-Z were to battle, I would love that. I would just hope it wouldn't go as far as the Kendrick and Drake battle did. Not in the sense of the records, because we got both great records from both of them, right? Right? But in sense of like what they're talking about. Like I wouldn't want to hear Drake bring up Jay-Z's family, and I wouldn't want to hear Jay bring up Drake's family, because I think that's way too far. But if we were to get a battle between two titans of the rap game and two of my favorite rappers, I would be very excited. Even if we don't, bro. Even if we don't. If we get a new Jay-Z album this year, bro, it probably would be an automatic contender of album of the year, right? It probably would be, because Jay-Z, his last album was a masterpiece. Jay-Z has put out multiple masterpieces before. Blueprint 1, Reasonable Doubt, Blueprint 2. I would even put, because this is the album that I grew up on, Watch the Throne is a masterpiece, right? And then his last album is, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, one of the best hip-hop albums of all time in 444. Like, as I said, if you guys have seen my Iceman review, one of the things that I do like about Iceman is Drake acknowledges that he's 40, right? And I hope we get more of that in Drake's career. But Jay-Z, the reason why I like 444 so much, and why I think it's one of the best hip-hop albums of all time, is because Jay-Z's acknowledging aging. He's talking about his family. He's talking about legacy. He's talking about growth. He's talking about he's still being competitive, and he's still being all the things that a rapper should always strive to be: competitive, hungry, and all that stuff. But he's talking about, like, he's talking about grown man things because Jay-Z's a grown man, right? And I hope to hear more of um so I hope as Drake continues to get older, I hope to hear some um more self-reflective records from Drake, because I think that's one of the best parts of Iceman. He's talking about how he's aging and how he's getting personal throughout his records and stuff like that. I think that's one of the best parts of Iceman, and that's one of my favorite parts of Drake, when he's being lyrical and he's being personable, right? But Jay-Z's always done that. Like if you go if like I know we're talking. I know I just compared that to Drake, but that's one of my favorite things about Iceman. The intro track is him talking about his age and stuff like that. But Jay Z's always done that. If you go to Reasonable Doubt, Jay Z's talking about coming from where he's coming from, right? But if you go like to Magna Carta, he's talking about his life experience there, right? And he's still talking about street shit, but he's also talking about like his wisdom that he's um gained as he's gotten older. And 444 is one of the best albums of all time, in my opinion, one of the best hip hop albums of all time, because he does that, right? Obviously, and Jay-Z knows what he's doing. Like, I think Jay-Z, like, Jay-Z, and there's videos of him doing this. Like, if you take Timbaland's masterclass, for example, like I did, right? There's literally a video of Jay-Z just freestyling the Dirt Off Your Shoulder verse into the microphone, and one of the verses on Dirt Off Your Shoulder, and that's the verse that you hear on the song, right? So Jay-Z is a freestyle rapper, right? He's like Lil Wayne in that way. Jay-Z doesn't write, he freestyles, right? And for me, if you're telling me that Jay-Z still got it like he does on this freestyle, and we're gonna get a whole album of that, yeah, that excites me. That excites me. And I think if we get this battle with Drake, I think Drake's getting closer and closer to his top form. I really do. I think, again, I don't just say this is the best Drake album since Scorpion. I really mean that shit. I think Iceman is the best Drake album since Scorpion. Now, for me, if we were to get this battle, I think both of these men would have to work, right? Because I'm not one of them. Like Drake, again, Drake, Kendrick, and Jay-Z are my three favorite rappers, right? And so like, one, it would be fun to see who would win in a battle like that, and yes, I think it would be an evenly matched thing if both of these gentlemen played their cards close to their chest, right? I think it would be an evenly matched thing, and that's just my opinion, right? And I think it would be great for hip hop and the rap game in general, right? And I like competitors when you're in the sport of rap, right? So for me, I think that would be an incredible thing I think it would be an incredible thing if we got a Jay-Z album, and I think it would just be icing on the cake if we got a battle between Drake and Jay-Z. So, because I think it would force the two of the best rappers of all time to really dive into their lyrical bag and see what they can pull out, right? And iron sharpens iron, and I think Jay-Z's still in his top form. Drake is getting back to his top form with Iceman, and I think if we were to get this battle, I think it would be incredible, man. I really do. I think it would be incredible. Also, even if we don't get the battle, I just hope and pray that the rumor of Jay-Z releasing an album becomes a reality. And I also hope that he tours after he drops this album, if he drops this album, right? And because I've wanted to see Jay-Z since I was 9 years old, right? I've wanted to see Jay-Z since I was 9, 10 years old, right? And I hope if this album comes out, I hope he tours after this album comes out, if it comes out. And yeah, so please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for all your support, and I hope you have a great day, and God bless you guys.